expires later on. This is gonna be the last video of this year. Yeah. I gotta take a break. Anyways, Xenos. There's gonna be something happening with Xenos. We're all gonna be doing a Xenos video today, which is gonna be a little bit unique from the others, but I'll get to that in a little bit. Anyways, yeah, it's the last video of the Mirage. Then we have. Okay, anyways, so there's gonna be something happening in Xenos when I start uploading regularly again, and that's gonna be a secret for now. Anyways, the main topic of this video is Xenos. What Xenos was like before the mass extinction. We're able to time travel. We time travel a little bit too. Not we time travel a little bit too far into the little bit too. Well, the first time we traveled, we put too many zeros in the we put too many zeros into the we put too many zeros into the time machine. Okay, anyways, the last time we put too many zeros in the time. Okay, so yeah, forget that. No, forget all this. Forget this and don't. Forget all of that. Just forget all of that. Don't even question it. Don't question that one thing. Don't question the other thing. Oh God, close your eyes this time. What the frick happened? Get this out of the way immediately. Just don't care. Just forget everything. But I just witnessed dinosaurs. What? Hold a second, guys, but what the?
Wish you didn't have to pay full price for a Nintendo game? This tool can help with that. It automatically compares Amazon.
Just what?
Okay, folks.
What is happening? Oh, Jurassic Baby World. Was there is that a
We have
baby?
learned more in the past decade from genetics than a century of digging up bones. A whole new frontier has opened up. We have our first genetically modified hybrid.
Is that a piggy?
We have
pig. I need to see another baby. It's a baby. It's attack on baby Titan. This man's out of his right mind. Oh no. What's taking so long? Stop! No! Goes right. What is with this stupid whore? It's been just stop, brain. Why? Okay. Why does it take so long?
Here's some unsettling.
Okay. Anyways, first time we put our test guy was put too many zeros in the time machine.
Oh, poop.
And then we tried less zeros, but then we were at the middle of the mass extinction. Yeah, so apparently it was a gigantic moon-sized volcano that was just sitting there that erupted so big that it exploded, causing lava to spray everywhere, killing off 99% of land life and 99% of ocean life. Anyways, and then we finally got it right and put the right amount of zeros into the time machine finally, and then we were finally once at the after the mass extinction happened. But then we decided to check out what things were like before the mass extinction, and then we'll check out what things were like when life fully kinda got a hand on what just happened after. So let's get into this. You probably can't tell, but this is Xenos 75. But this is Xenos 76 years and 76 million years in the past. That is the number that we typed in. Yes, there are a lot of plants. And Xenos is not really known for its plants, but this is just how it was back then. There still is a plant that somehow managed to survive. This plant still somehow managed to survive to the present day, but still in pretty low quantities. Xenos had 25% more oxygen than it does today back then. We'll start our journey near the shorelines. This was prehistoric times, before Xenos got a perfect grip on evolution. And this might be surprising, but we're actually starting with the very early ancestors of the plausible. Oh, second, guys. Let me make a new plausible. This is, by the way, it's based off. I wanted to. This is basically why I made it. I wanted to see to speculate what King Egg's creation would have looked like if got to break this stupid gun. I spent all my time on that stupid world only for it to crash. Hey! That's it! My door! Turnip, shut up. I'll get it fixed. It's one little hole. And my wing! Oh. You can regenerate, it's fine. Anyways, let's get our Plausible in. Plausible did not hunt and packed as much as they do today. So this one was an owner. Oh, I forgot about the huge volcano. Where should that huge volcano be? Oh, right here. First period, before the mass extinction. Oh yeah, I forgot the sky. The sky was the other one, xenos. I can see a Plausible scurrying across the lands, breathing in the pea sky. Breathing the air and taking in the pea sky. We learned from our expedition that Plausible have electroreceptors. We also learned that plausible. I got confused with the plausible. The plausible today also have extra structures, which are much more stronger than these creatures. They have a simple 5 electrical receptors that can only be found in your mouth area. But a little bit away from the plausible. Plausible is the Nim 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 Jib. But before they were on, before they moved to the water. Jib are currently following a path that the whales took. The land was too crowded, so they moved into the water, and then they became a water creature. The Nim Nim Jib right now are not have lost their bumpy, scaly skin for a more sleek, slimy, watery skin. Jib walks away, uninterested in showing away a plausible, because the plausible wasn't doing anything to harm the Jib anyways. That's enough to has been plausible. Now it's with the creatures that are. Now it's getting to a creature that's entire family's gone extinct. Cobra. We keep getting featured. Not the bee. Previous was a cobra, but the cobra. Have long necks. Why is there never plausible? Oh, that is because plausible, unlike their modern endangered cousins, are found in a plethora around this planet. This iteration of plausible spam because they do that. Real life, plausible today also likes swimming. I'm gonna take a break. These creatures show some similarities to Naliosis, but in fact, this very distantly related from the Naliosis. Because the Naliosis don't have skills. Kobold do. Kobold used to be a close relative of the Nimnimnibjib, but they're extinct today. There's not much to talk about Kobold before their horns, which they use to interfight, and their little tail, which we don't know the reason of behind. So let's move on and find a quite interesting creature. Here we can find creature that goes by the name of bee. Oh, not earth bees, a bee. The name is very similar, I know. But this is it. Bee can be found today, but they're very tiny and live in plethora. And those creatures can only be found in this plant, which is the same plant that lives on Xenos. Just a little bit ago. They're technically living fossil because they look exactly the same. They're just tinier and there's stripes and dots instead of stripes. The bee lived alone. They were very big. That's from the 25% oxygen difference than today's Xenos. And also last, their abdomen, you see? That abdomen holds a deadly stinger. The stinger is used to paralyze prey, so they can paralyze prey. They didn't eat the eggs in the prey. But we can see an instance of this with a past Winker Sonoti. Winker Sonoti had just appeared on the food chain 76 million years ago. But they went extinct from the mass extinction, obviously. That's why they died. With an amazing burst of speed, this freaking Sonoti had been paralyzed. The bee then lays its eggs in it. And slowly moves away. As you can see, Winker Sonoti are living fossils, which means that they haven't changed over these millions of years. Now, of course, there are some minor differences, but that's something that we're simply not just gonna cover in this documentary series. Anyways, in 2 months, this winter Sonody will wake up, but we'll wake up perfectly fine. But when it defecates, what's the word? But next time it defecates, its fecal matter will contain eggs, which will then hatch inside of the fecal matter and then eat the fecal matter and then crawl out and then grow into adult bee. Speaking of that, 2 months later, the winker Sonody wakes up. But then, now since it hasn't done it in a while, wait a second. I already just made a piece of poop. No, piece of poops are not alive. I'm just gonna name it Peace. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Piece of poop. Piece of poop. I had to put the mic in my mouth when I burped. Whoa, what's that? Anyways. The Sonody left a little surprise. Fecal. And then, this is when the next part of the bee's life cycle begins. Sludge. The larva crawls out. I wish I could make them smaller. Just pretend that But then these guys appeared. These guys, compared to everything else, are massive. And that's why they're right here. can see them over with just dying compared to these sludge. They will become adults soon. Now let's move to the other side of the planet. Or lunch? What? Oh. Anyways, on the other side of the planet, we will find Kimbeeg. Kimbeeg or this. But the only bipedal creature of this time. They also live strangely close to the volcano, which was one of the reasons why they're extinct today. They lived on the top of the volcano because on their side of the planet they lived in a very cold climate. Here we can find three just chilling out. The Kimbeeg were about as tall as you and me. They weren't intelligent like us. They just evolved to free up their front. Their only reason by bipedals, but so that they can free up their front legs. Like, why is it looking at the cam? Why? I gotta think that we have a backup camera. Anyways, here we can see some Kimbeeg walking. The orange coloration is so they can camouflage, which is down there. Oh, way down there. Or cobble. Like goats, like climbing up steep places. This cobble is trying to get to the top of the volcano for some reason, so it can compete with its mate. The Kimbeeg decides to stand and up. Watch. With the cobble, as the cobble, which already got up there, comes up. These two cobble, it's actually said. Are competing. Wait, this is a max excretion. Wait, so I gave the cobble horns? Yeah, it's a max excretion. Competing for a female, obviously. A female cobble watches on to see who wins and to see who gets the mate mission. We can tell from the regular ears instead of horns. And they're distinct. And they're distinct. And they're distinct little whiskers at the bottom. Male have whiskers, they're just not visible. The kobolds start to visually fight, hunting each other. This kobold wins. Once they're back far away very far, that means they're the winner. So, moving away from what's about to happen, this kobold makes a grave mistake. Walks straight into a kimbeek. The kimbeek turns around as it was not paying attention and slashes the kobold, instantly ending it. This is why they come up as the weakest. Come up here as the weakest. Have to be punished. Have to be getting rid of the food chain by being taken out of the food chain forcefully. Now we'll get to the final life form of this period that we're gonna talk about. A porco. This is a average max creature that you've probably seen while playing Spore if you played it. But here it is. A porco. Porco or predators, obviously. Covered with spikes to protect their bodies from plausible are very oddly the same size as porcos, so a small pack of plausible can easily take one down. So the plausible attacks gets injured with spikes over its mouth. This is where they get the name porco. It walks away. Porco have huge teeth that they use to bite down on prey, like its Winkersonodi. They also have this, which protects them from further attacks by shooting each spike, which injects venom into the foe. But then, around this time, the volcano erupted. A second, no, forget that out of your head. Get that out of your head. Now. Anyways, right now, something happened. But then, right now, we're moving on to the next period. In this period, there are few plants survived. There's a Gorbish. There was a Gorbish. There were a few Gorbish patches, but that was about it. Vegetation was scarce in this era. Very scarce. The mass extinction had destroyed most of Xenos' fauna. There are a few patches of trees there, and there. Like this patch. But it is still very rare to see anything in this period. It was extremely foggy. The air is being a gloomy gray. The mass extinction had destroyed most of the life. But you can see the ancestors to the Neliosis. The Plaganosis. This barren landscape didn't really hold much of vegetation. So the Plaganosis had a very slow metabolism, so it can actually eat food. During this time, there was a creature that lived on this planet. Besides those creatures, there, for some reason, near the very dried up coasts. Near the very dried up coasts, which became a little bit greener during this time. Or later, they kind of acted like sponges. They didn't move. They didn't do anything. They didn't do anything. They were just there. They didn't do anything. They just sat still. Just pretend that they were staying still, please. But also during this time, plausible somehow survived the mass extinction using a few cheeky tactics to survive. They were able to live past the mass extinction and take on a new form. They just started to take on the shape, eat it, and they used the cheat system by eating the Lalo. Like there weren't enough of them around to make packs, and the Lalo food source was rather abundant. When the sort of abundant NATO food source didn't really acquire hunting because the Lalo didn't even have a brain. They had a nerve net, which is what jellyfish have. Man, a nerve net is like an early brain. What? That's it. These things are dying. Stop making sounds. That's just how they sit. That's just how they look, guys. Ah! This plausible walked across here and took a bite out of this NATO. NATO weren't very appetizing, and they were a little bit poisonous, but the plausible exploited this by becoming immune to their poison. They literally had everything that deterred creatures from them, but their smell, their taste. But during this time, the plausible needed to eat something, so they forced themselves to eat the Lalo. It wasn't a very appetizing meal, as one Lalo can only provide 10 calories, and they lived in large groups anyways. So the plausible can at least get some calories out of this behavior. And then here comes the last creature that we're gonna talk about. Yes, this is the last creature. There wasn't really much to talk about in this period because there were a few creatures that survived. What is this? The Ethermit? Nah, not realistic enough. Got a freaking Ninja Turtle, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. It's a, no. manga were one of the were a close relative of Danielius's. They still live during this present day. We just didn't talk about them in the other documentaries. This Kim has spikes. Spikes says, well, I didn't mention this, but there's also another organism that lives during this time. During this time of picking up the pieces. The Torbird. Torbird looks something like this. They attack him and that's about it. This planet wasn't a very this time what? Okay. Anyways, that's gonna be the end. At this documentary. There just wasn't much to talk about. And also, I have to go to my mom's house anyway. So just, I guess, fire Xeno out, and your mom's as worthless as there as many creatures on Xenos. Fire Xeno out. Hope you have a good hope 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 you have a good rest of the year.